Welcome back, first graders. Today we're going to continue planning our Kevin Hanks inspired stories. You will need your planning sheets. The second planning sheet's the one that included your setting, a picture of your setting, and the main problem in your story. Today you will plan some events in your story that explain the steps the main character takes to fix the problem. Second, you will finally plan the solution. How will the problem in your story get fixed? Let's review. A problem in a story is something that upsets the main character or goes wrong and needs to be fixed or taken away. Kevin Hanks always includes a solution, and a solution in a story is something that fixes the problem. Sometimes the main character fixes the problem, or sometimes a secondary character helps fix it. Great writers like Kevin Hanks always add a problem, the steps a character takes to fix a problem, and a solution. Why do we add the steps a character takes to fix a problem? When we just write a problem and then a solution, our stories, well, they're not very interesting and they're kind of boring to the reader. How do we make our stories more exciting to read? When we add the steps a character takes to fix a problem in the middle, the reader becomes more interested in what you're writing. For example, it was a rainy day, then the boy found a big leaf to hide under the wind and the rain to keep safe. He was still very sad. Eventually, he found an umbrella, a rain jacket, and rain boots and felt much better. This story sounds more interesting because it has more details. Let's take a closer look at the story Owen. Let's notice the problem, the steps that Owen took to fix the problem, and the solution at the very end of the story. In Kevin Hanks' books, the character always works very hard to try and solve their problem. In Owen wanted to take his blanket Fuzzy to school, but his parents said no way. His parents tried many ways to take away Fuzzy. How did Owen work hard to try to solve the problem? What problem-solving steps did Owen take? Do you remember? Let's see. In the beginning, the parents said, "Let's put Fuzzy under the pillow and the fairy will take it away." Owen was not too happy about this, and so he tried to fix this part of the problem. He stuffed Fuzzy in his pajama pants and did not put it under his pillow. But we know this step that Owen took didn't really fix the problem. Next, his father put Fuzzy close to vinegar so it can smell really bad, and he thought maybe then Owen's not going to want Fuzzy anymore. But Owen found a way to try and solve this part of the problem. He buried Fuzzy in the sand and dirt and made the smell go away. But none of the steps that Owen took worked. His parents said, "You still can't take Fuzzy to school." Even though Owen tried very hard to fix a problem, it didn't work. The story was much more fun to read, but there was also a solution at the very end of the story. Do you remember? You're right. Owen's mother cut Fuzzy into many pieces, and then he will be able to take Fuzzy everywhere. So Kevin Henkes makes sure he adds characters that work very hard to solve their problems. First, there's a problem, then the character works really hard, even though it doesn't always work, like Owen tried very hard. And at the very end, Kevin Hanks always adds a solution. Today, you will plan just like Kevin Hanks. You will plan character problem-solving steps. For example, Think about the problem in your story. How will the character you made try to fix it? And you will also share the solution. Think about the problem in your story and how will the problem finally get solved after. Today you'll get a new planning sheet. You can write 1 or 2 ways that your character works very hard to fix a problem. Remember, you can share 2 ways or just one. And at the very bottom, you will write how your character solves a problem. Or maybe a secondary character will solve the problem. For this assignment, you can print it out or use your very own paper to answer this part of the planning sheets. Have a great time planning the rest of your story, friends. And remember, try to keep all your planning sheets together if you choose to print your paper. Bye, first grade friends.